So we're back, and this thing is still in the same spot, and that's just because I posted the video today. If you saw the video, thank you so much. Anybody who commented, if you liked the video, if you shared the video, if you watched it in general, thank you so much. We appreciate it, but we got more stuff to do to this. So the first thing that we already started, we took the radio that was in the car out with the whole bezel piece, just because we need this little cage. He has the other radio right here. This is the new faceplate for the double din radio. Boom, just like that. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and bang that out real quick. This car does have a Chuchero in the back that I put in a while ago. So it's got the little chuch in there. I did amps as well. 2-tier amps. I'm pretty sure that's a 2K x4 and a 400x4. The 400x4 is the little drivers on the box. The 2K is the speakers. And yeah, a little simple setup. We'll play with that a little bit, make some adjustments once we have the new radio installed. But yeah, I think we're gonna jump right into this one, get the radio all finished up, get it in its new bezel with the little cage piece, and get that in the car just so we can get it out the way. At that point, this thing can go back on jack stands. Actually, I just have to raise the rear. This back corner is a little too low. Pretty sure the side that works the best is this red head over here. It's not rubbing anything, I'm pretty sure. So we'll match that side to this side because that's the last side I did. I just haven't raised it all the way. I just did some small adjustments and left it there because I wanted to do the motor raise. So we'll clean this up, fold it up, put it in the trunk. That's his car cover. And we'll jump into a time lapse when we're ready to do the radio changeover. I'll teach you how to do that and we'll go from there. All right, this thing, the radio is what we were just working on. So you saw me do a bunch of trimming and adjusting and changes and things like that. So the radio is in, as you can see. We got the wiring done. You can see the little bezel piece. I put that thing on, got it all nice and flush looking. But yeah, the radio's done. The Chuchero is working just fine. I tested it, played it, adjusted it, set it to the new radio. So that thing is good to go. The next situation we have to work on is, let me take you to that corner. So if you look here, right about here, you can kind of see how much we're tucking. It's tucking a little bit past like this little area of the wheels. So the goal is to make it sit like this side. It's not that much higher, but you can see we're not tucking this area fully on the wheel on this side, and it's not rubbing the top of the wheel well, like right up here. It's kind of where these things like to rub. So we have to jack up the back side. The coil over on this corner is already loose, so we don't really gotta adjust anything. We just gotta raise the collar up. Once it's set, I can take the wheel off and tighten it all down. So let's get this thing in the air, jack it up from the pinch weld right there, get it in the air, and so we're back. It's the next day. You just saw me do the RSX radio and stuff, and right now, as you see, we're in the vert. We're driving to Cruze, his house right now. Oh my God. We're driving to Cruze's house right now because he needs his axle replaced and the car will not make it back to my place. So we're gonna traverse through these treacherous roads this man's sending me. Oh my God. these treacherous roads I am on right now. We're gonna make it to his house. I dropped the magnet from my microphone. It's a great morning, guys. It's a great morning. It's raining, and yeah. So let me flip you around. We're gonna continue driving. We're gonna make it to bro's house. We'll see the car when we get there. We'll get the axle done, and we'll move on with the good stuff we got today. Let's do it. And as you can see, like I told you guys, we were pulling up to Cruze's house. We were gonna go ahead and get his axle done. I know you haven't seen this car in a really long time, right? It's been weird. But, I mean, yeah, it's still whole. It just chills. Getting ready for the season, so obviously you can drive it. We're all trying to hit Cars and Coffee, which is next weekend. Today is the 5th, so we have 5 days until Cars and Coffee from here. Yeah, I mean, in reality, we just gotta get this thing torn apart, take that wheel off on that side, get the axle removed. We have the spare axle right here ready to go. So yeah, I'll set you up on the tripod. We'll go ahead and get this thing all jacked up, get it in the air, get that wheel off, and we'll talk when we're ready to pull this axle. And I can tell you a little more about what we might come up with as me and him chat about things, obviously. We'll kind of figure out if there's some other stuff that we can do to kind of get this thing to be a little more static. You know what I mean? More static all the time. So yeah, let's do it. Let's set you up on the tripod, get this wheel off, get this thing started, get this axle done. And yeah, let's go. Wait for the fog from my fingertips to come off the camera, but here's the Cruze. It feels weird seeing this thing. I feel like I've seen it in person since the last time I went to Johnny's job to go see the car in person. I went to go, I don't remember what I went there for, but I went there for something. And that was the last time I saw this, and I was driving that thing. That was last summer. So yeah, I mean, axle's good. This car's ready to mob the Cars and Coffee. So the plan's probably gonna be is that he's gonna take the car over to my house, maybe the day before or whatever, or he's just gonna drive straight there, meet us for Cars and Coffee. I will be taking the E36. I'm gonna take the top off, so we'll be mobbing that with no top. We'll get a bunch of content and a bunch of footage, and to be honest with you, I might try something new with a video. After this video, the next one will be for Cars and Coffee, and we're probably gonna do a small little segment. I'll let you guys know now. We'll probably do a little segment with all the homies. Whichever one of them wants to be on camera, we'll have a chat with them, let them tell us a little more about these cars, because you guys have seen me work on a bunch of these cars, but you don't know the backstory as well. You don't know how everybody got their cars, how long they've had them, and what they've done to them. So yeah, I think at Cars and Coffee, we're gonna have a little segment. We'll talk about the cars. We'll let them, whoever wants to be on camera, we'll let them tell you about the car. If not, they won't be on the camera, but I'll mic them up and I can ask them questions and we'll go from there. But we're gonna clean up our stuff, get in the E36, run all the way back to Bethlehem. We have to make one more pit stop for one of the homies. They have an issue with a coilover. It's Manny with the Genesis. I'll put his IG right here. You guys know who that is. One of his homies has an issue with a coilover. He wants to see if I can help him. So I'll stop by there and then we'll go to the crib. So yeah, let's go. And we're back. So it's Monday. I don't have the watch on, so I can't do the typical show you the watch, but we got some tires. I'm pretty sure I remember telling you guys a couple clips ago that bro was gonna get some new tires just so we can have the car ready to go. So that is why you see that this thing is kind of floating in the air right now, because it has no tires on it. So first task, get the wheels, put them on the car. With the new tires, I might have to do some minimal adjusting to things to make the wheels fit good. I want to fix some things here so that the bumper lines up properly, make the bumper fit right. That'll look good. This side is the side that has had issues in the past with fitting the bumper. I'm gonna see if I can come up with a remedy for this, but we're gonna go ahead and get the wheels on, get this thing back on the ground under its own weight. Another thing was, I did get 3 new bolts for this motor mount. Just because these are a little longer, they'll be more surface grabbing. I feel more comfortable with these. So we'll go ahead and get those into the car. get the wheels back on the car, get this thing back on the ground, and kind of figure out what it is we need to do to get this outside, because it's crunch time. This thing should be outside. We have a job to do on this, which requires us to have space here. And I need to be able to get this car out of the way. And I also want to move on to their stuff. So let's do it. Let's go ahead and set you guys up on the gimbal. We can get the wheels on, get all the good stuff, and yeah, kind of figure that out. The biggest reason why we got the tires was because this area back here was bald, completely bald. And we don't want these things to pop when we start test driving the car. So yeah, let's get it on the car. My concern is them rubbing right here. I don't want them to rub there. Or at the top here. So yeah, let's go ahead, get these things on the car, get this thing back on the ground, and make stuff happen. Let's do it. Wait. And just like that, as you saw, wheels, alignment, all the goodies, you saw me putting the stocks on the car, and that was because alignment. I can't use these wheels, too big. So right now, I think I'm gonna take advantage. I'm gonna try to do a little test drive real quick, bring you guys along with. I have to move the EM2 out the way, get that guy moving. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the E36 over there, put this over there, and then I can pull a Civic out through here. RSX out. So yeah, I think I'll sit you back on the tripod. You can watch me get these things situated and all that stuff. And we'll revisit this topic when we are actually test driving this car, if it actually works. So let's do it. All right, let's do this. Let's see if this is gonna be easy or a little complicated. Let me open the mirror. So here we are. This thing is outside, as you can see. I had to come get a clip of the inside, but drove it around the block. I have some small clearancing things I gotta take care of for sure. The front has no problems. I didn't even hear the wheel rub in the top of the wheel well. So the fronts are set. The rear on this side doesn't make any noise, but I think on this side, I have a tiny bit more camber, or it's lower than on the other side. So it does rub the wheel well on the inside a tiny bit. It's nothing super drastic. This side's a lot quieter, obviously. But I do think it's just camber. So honestly, let's go take this thing on a drive. I'll show you what I'm talking about, and we'll go from there. So I don't really know how I'm gonna be able to set you guys up for the ride, but we'll make this happen. Make this happen. You're gonna hear it rub a little bit in the rear, obviously. Let me unplug the Chuchero. All right, Chuch is unplugged. So, got a little fender rubbage on the inside. You can kind of hear the little bit of slight rubbage in the rear, but it's nothing drastic though. It's not super dramatic. I think it's really just the camber, but we'll get that clearanced up. We'll get that clearanced up. We're gonna test drive this thing a little more. And yeah, I mean, here we are. We'll get a couple shots of it parked up somewhere. I don't have the bumper on, obviously, but we can make do with what we got. So yeah, let's do it. Let's go drive this thing, see how it feels. And we're outside. So I figured I'll bring you to one of my spots. I like to come here to get some footage, some content when I finish a car, I've taken pictures here before, but listen, I'm not even gonna yap. I'm not gonna waste your time. Let's flip this whole around. Woo! My goodness. This thing looks amazing, man. Excuse my French. This thing is mobbing. I got some very minimal adjusting to do to it. Some clearancing in the back, something simple. It doesn't really rub too bad. You kind of heard in the little video I took while I was driving it. But yeah, man, this thing is outside. So yeah, sadly, I do think I'm gonna let you guys know now, I'm not gonna make Cars and Coffee, so I won't be getting too much content with the car. But this thing will be at Cars and Coffee. So if you see it out there, go ahead and you can go ahead and get some clips, get some content with this thing if you see it there. But I'm not gonna do too much yapping. Let's get some beauty shots. And we'll catch you back at the house when we're ready to clean up our mess. And we're back. We are in the garage. RSX is done. So recap, because there's a lot of stuff that this car has had done in the time lapse that it's been here. So this car originally came in stock. It got coilovers and wheels. He bought some old camber arms from me. We fit the white wheels. That was the first ever setup, not any camber in the front, just basic. He drove it a lot. After that, we decided that we wanted to do 2-inch spacers and some camber. So I did camber modifications, top hat modification, slotted and shaved coil, cut camber arm in the rear, rolled the quarters, cut the frame rail in the front above the tire to clearance for the rubbing. And the car drove like that forever. He went to AC for ASM like that. He went to AC for Import Expo like that. He went for, I don't even know. He drove to AC 2 different times, both after an alignment that I did. After that, the car came in because he wanted to get more camber, make the car a little more aggressive and a little lower. So at that point, we needed extended lowers from Marsh. So I'll put Marsh's IG right here. If you guys don't know who Marsh is, check him out. He does a bunch of fab work, extended lowers, tilted spindles, things like that. Hit him up, he's the guy. He made those arms for us. We put the arms on because he was having axle binding issues at anything more than -14, which we needed a little more camber than that. And when we lowered the car all the way, also had binding issues. We got extended lowers made by Marsh. At that point, we had to do some more cutting in the front, and we put the rear on washers so it wasn't rubbing the wheel well. And at that point, bro found some wheels. That's the wheels that the car is on right now. So we waited a little bit to get the wheels. We got the wheels. We had to hammer the rear strut towers in just to make sure that the wheels weren't rubbing, which they're still rubbing a tiny little bit. So we're gonna do a little more clearancing, but that's besides the point. We did a radio in it. We've also done a Chuchero in this car. This car has a Chuchero, 2 voice amps, 1 for the tweeters, 1 for the speakers. We did the aftermarket touchscreen radio. What else? We raised the motor. The motor raise was the biggest thing that this car was getting. So since it is an automatic transmission, if you guys know anything about RSXs, the transmission sits super, super low, and he was scraping it. So we raised the motor 1 inch, and this thing is dialed. I just drove it around the block, mobbed around a little bit, got some clips that you already saw. I've probably already posted it on Instagram, but yeah, the car is done. We'll see this car at Cars and Coffee, and we'll probably see it again for some more goodies that are more in depth. But listen, that's future. That's for the future. we're pretty much done with this. Next is the EM2, next is the E36, and some other cars that we have for customers. But that's pretty much all I got. I'm gonna quit yapping, but before I quit yapping, I wanna thank every single one of you that entered the giveaway. I'm gonna put my boy FG Sawyer right here. He is the winner of the giveaway. He got the turbo. I got a quote already that will be going to him Thursday. It'll ship out the day before this video goes live. Thank you so much for every single person who entered the giveaway. I wanna do more stuff like this. Like I said in the live, I wanna try to get a couple more products that I believe in that I can give back to you guys for subscribing, for following along, for enjoying the videos. I know I make long videos, but I do it for you guys and for myself. I enjoy doing it. So thank you so much for everybody who entered the giveaway. Thank you for everybody who shared. Thank you for everyone who subscribed to the channel, everyone who shares on Facebook, Instagram, wherever it is that you're sharing the videos. Thank you guys so much. That's how we pick up traction, and that is how we get more views on the YouTube channel. Other than that, that's really all I got. Again, if you're not subscribed, hop down below, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you never miss another banger. Make sure you comment on the video, like the video, and you guys have a good night.